yo, hold on a minute. What's that Tyxtra over there? Yo, that bike is sick.
Yo, what's up guys, your boy Tyxtra. You know what time it is. Another Super73 video as always. This time we're doing something a bit completely different. It's a bit windy today, so you know, bear with me, and I do apologize if you can hear the wind only. But yeah, today we're doing something completely different. We're doing we're doing the video of like, if you're looking to buy a Super73 but you can't afford a brand new one, but you're going out to buy a second-hand one, then this is the video for you, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to give you a few steps of what to look for when you're purchasing a second-hand Super73. So this is my second-hand one. I bought this early July, I believe. Late June, early July, I believe early July either way. But yeah, there was a few things that was wrong with it. So I'm just gonna give you some few things to look out for so you don't get upset when you take it home and find out there's something wrong with it, yeah? So let's get with it. All right, so the first thing you need to do is, before you even start talking about buying a bike, ask the person first if they got proof of purchase, you know? So you need to know if they got proof of purchase for the bike. And why is that? Because you don't know if the bike is stolen. So if they got proof of purchase, you know, get them to send you an email, a screenshot of the proof, and you can just look at it and then just take it to the next step. So yeah, definitely one of them, ask for proof of purchase. That's very, very important. You just never know, the bike could be stolen and you just don't want to end up paying whatever amount of money only to later find out that it's going to be taken away from you because it was a stolen property. Ask the person, who's ever selling it, ask them how long they had it for. That's an important question. Like, this person said they had this bike from December, and I've noticed quite a few things in the bike compared to mine, which was bought in November or delivered in November. And I thought, hold on, my bike hasn't got this, you know what I'm saying? So ask the person how long they had the bike for. You can do your own personal inspection and stuff, yeah? It's very important to know how long they had the bike for. So if the person's had it for about 2 years, and you can say, okay, yeah, 2 years, that explains why the brake's a bit, you know, weak, because, you know, things like that, and cable's a bit like worn, suspension doesn't sound too great, then you can just say, yeah, it's worth it, kind of thing. But make sure you ask how long they had the bike for. That's important. Yeah, definitely. So definitely ask them the reason why they're selling the bike, because you don't want to end up traveling distance, find out he's selling it because it's broken. So definitely ask questions. So take notes of the reason why they're selling it. Yeah. So when you ask them the reason why they're selling it, also ask them, is there any damage done to the bike? Is there any you know, damage, like, you know, any little things, scratches and damage? See if the guy's being honest. So that's a very important question. When you do get to visit and inspect the bike yourself, the main important thing about the bike is the battery. So make sure you check the batteries, yeah? And also check the little scuffs around the bike. Like I said, before you make that travel, always ask them, is there any damage or scratches on the bike? See if the person's being honest, being genuine. So yeah, just a little scuff here, it's fine. And also they said broken fork here, so you can see this is broken. Hold on 1 second. Compared to that, so they stated that. So make sure you take notes of what they're saying that's broken, so you can say, cool, this, that, is it worth it? Is it worth traveling for? But at the moment, I thought, yeah. Well, I didn't even see the message. I didn't even notice that this was broken, to be honest. I didn't see that message. Also, another thing you need to look out for is look for broken like cables. So definitely inspect the whole bike, look out for cracks also. That's very, very important, man. If you see any cracks in joints or so, then do not waste your time traveling, or do not even waste your time buying it at all. So look for cracks, you know, just run your fingers around the whole bike. If it gets caught in something, then it might be scratches or it might be a crack, so look for that. It's all in the framework. The framework is very important, so make sure you haven't got cracks on the frame, because there's loads of cracks in American bikes, but I've never come across any cracks in the UK or in the EU bikes, because, you know, They can't be doing that here, man. They can't be doing none of that here. It's not safe. Also look for broken cables. Just look for cables, man. Like I said, the guy's meant to be honest, but you know, not everyone's going to tell you the truth. So look for broken cables. So follow the cables around. Like, it's very time consuming, but look, if you're going to spend $2 grand, $3 grand on a bike, you know, second hand, you must take your time looking for all this little details. So look out for broken cables. That's a very important thing. Look at the tires, check things like the spokes. Just check everything as you can. But the mirror, this is my mirror. This came myself. Look, check the handlebars, check the seat. Things like, you know, that it's important to you. Like suspension's key for me. Front suspension's key for me. That works. I test it out and stuff. So yeah. Tire check. Check the tires, feel it. Check for tears. Like, you don't want to be riding, like take the bike home and find out there's a big little gash of, like a big gash on the tire itself. So that's another thing you need to look out for. Check out the spokes, you know, just feel the spokes, make sure they're all tight, they're all in check. You know what I'm saying? Everything seems fine. Yeah, man, everything seems to be fine. Same with the back. Yeah, back ones are normally tight anyways, but yeah, just make sure they're not all bent up and hanging loose, because that's your safety, you know, that's your life on the line there. But definitely check that. Yeah, so take the bike for a test ride and then test out the brakes, see if the brakes work, see if the whole suspension, like if you get an RX, test if the suspension is working fine, just check the performance, like, you know, ask the person to take if you're not too comfortable, get them to go around the bike, tell them to do things, you know what I'm saying? If you don't feel comfortable, like you feel like you're gonna break the bike, let them do the test ride. Say, okay, you just ride it, can you just jump off the pavement, can you do, you know, if it's got suspension, that's fine. If it's an S2, just the same thing, just get them to ride around on the bike, do little tests. If you're not that comfortable to ride it, if you're a bit nervous, test out the brakes, just test everything, even test out the gears. Very importantly, like in the EU, we got 10 speed to make sure the gears are tested and it changes to 1 to 10. Everything needs to work in order. Yeah, so the pedals moving correctly, suspension's moving correctly, the bike is turning on, the lights is turning on. Like when I got this bike, the pedals messed up on here. The person didn't say that in the message. You know what I'm saying? So things like that just kind of got my nerves. And also my horn and the cable snapped off. I thought, what? Didn't understand why the cable was snapped off, and he didn't tell me. He didn't explain. He said, oh, he didn't notice. How the hell can you not notice that the horn has been ripped off? Like, it was just the horn was plugged in here and the cable was ripped off. How can you not notice that? So it's things like that you just have to be wary of. Yeah, so like I said, just take the bike out for a test ride, change the gears, make sure the gears are changing correctly, up and down, you know, just do all that stuff, and test out the brakes. Just make sure the bike is performing like it should. If you want to test out this suspension, change it, test it out. I've never tampered with my one from stock. It's always been the same. I've never tampered with it at all, to be honest. But if you want to do that, feel free to do that. But the main thing you need to be doing is testing out the gears, make sure the gears are working correctly, buttons are working, display's working, you know, brakes are correct. Also, yeah, because when I got my one, like you can see, I'll show you. You can see the right here, rust, all rust. Like, this guy's had his bike after mine, you know what I'm saying? So December, I bought mine in October. I got mine October, November, and man's not got any rust whatsoever on the bike. He's got rust like there, and the front ones as well. So clearly he's left his bike on the outside in the rain. That's just so obvious. So that's things you need to look out for. I think important thing to look out for is the battery. So check the battery for anything, for any dents. Also, do not forget, the most important thing actually out of the whole thing is make sure you get the key. Do not forget to take the key with you. So if you say, yeah, I'm buying a bike, don't forget the key. The key is important, man. Trust me, because you don't want to be leaving this outside your house without the keys. But key is important. Check the battery for dents, scratches. Like, most importantly, scratches is fine, but dents, is the one thing you need to look out for. Like, this bike came with like scratches here, that's fine, there's no dents, so make sure you look for dents, man. If there's dents in the battery, then mate, that's a no-go, that's a red flag for me. Like, so make sure you check for dents. So at the moment you just see little scratches on all over the battery, but that's minor, that's standard. Scratchy little scuffs. So then, yeah, make sure you switch on battery, make sure the battery turns on and off. That should have been number one, but yeah, make sure the battery turns on and off, it operates properly, and look for the display. So make sure you press the button, make sure it turns on correctly, and then check the display if there's any error codes that comes up, because you just never know what pops up. So, you know, the bike turns on and you see the Super73 logo like this, boom, you see, then boom, that's it, you're ready. But make sure you don't get any error codes, because it's not good. Regarding price, like how much would I pay for this? It's up to you how much you're willing to pay, but you just need to weigh up. Like, okay, well, if you're selling it to me for 3,000, you know, 800, and all I need to do is add another 400 on top, and I can buy a brand new one from Super73 website. You know what I'm saying? So you just need to weigh up yourself. Like, I can't tell you how much each bike is worth. I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for this one, but it was really cheap. And you know, it's up to you guys, man. And another thing you need to look out for as well is do not pay by cash, man. Whatever you do not pay by cash. Pay by balance transfer. And always leave a reference for the reason for the transfer. Label it Super73. So boom, that's your evidence right there that, you know, you purchased a bike legit. So you don't want to be riding off, find out, and that police is looking for you because the person who sold it to you stated that they sold it. I mean, like, you stole it off them. So just be careful with that. So make sure you transfer, bank transfer, and label it Super73 RX, whatever, S2 or ZX, whatever bike you're purchasing. So that's another thing. So guys, like I said, if buying a second-hand bike is a headache for you, and you just say, do you know what, forget it, I want to buy a brand new one, then you know what, use my code below, you can get 100 euros off your next Super73 bike. You know what I'm saying? With that 100 euros you just saved, you can buy yourself accessories for your bike, like throttles, mirrors, you know, locks, very important items that's needed. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe and like button and press that notification bell so you'll be notified as I upload Super73 content like you just see now. I hope you enjoyed the video. There's no other videos out there on YouTube about what to look for when buying a second-hand Super73 bike. So I'm the first to do it so far. I really hope you smash that like button and, you know, share the video out to anyone who you know who's buying a Super73 bike, second-hand one. So I think I covered all the important things about, you know, what to look for when buying a second-hand Super73. So guys, please, like I said, if you have any doubts, any questions you want to ask, feel free to drop me a message. I'm always happy to reply to you guys, you know what I'm saying? So smash that like button, please. You know, there's no videos out there like this. I'm here to help out the community. So if anyone wants to buy Super73, you know, I'm here to give you tips. And if you want to buy a brand new one because you think this is too much headache, then, you know, use my link below, get 100 euros off. You know, that's important, mate. So I'm just here sharing the love, man. Yeah, it's your boy Tyxtra. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace.
I'm a one.